Laser, do you guys want these 3 lollipops that I got from last week's Haftarah that I didn't want? Put it among you and your brothers. Or not. You're welcome. Shabbat Shalom. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Are you alone this evening?
I am.
Okay.
Rabbi's not feeling great, but she'll be back. She'll be there here tomorrow.
Well, I was like, I'm rushing to get up out of this here, so.
Here.
Thank you, dear Lord. I heard you say, Reba is too now?
Yeah.
It's not you. Okay.
She is so opinionated.
I wonder what she is there for.
Oh, yeah. No. No. Let's go get just no. Put on your sleepsack. No, no, take it off of me. No.
Okay. Is she picking what she wants to wear?
Oh yeah, she's picky. She only wants to wear pink all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's precious. She's a blessing for sure. Oh boy. Helen? No, on your side. Before I had to do so many things, by the time I got home, it was so late, I decided to watch it on Zoom.
Second.
Two Friday nights in a row. I had FEMA duty two nights in a row. I told my brother a month ago I had FEMA duty. It's his turn to take over. You know? Also let me know that they will be taking over a lot more. Okay. Is that a spine bursting like?
Yeah, yeah, it's been there for ages.
Okay. Oh, I am.
All right, we have a minion. Yay, Brandon.
Hey, Brad. How you doing, dear heart?
So we will begin with our Friday night service tonight. Rabbi Greenspan sends her regards. She's not here. She's wasn't feeling well last night, and so she wants to take an extra night to rest, but she hopes to be here tomorrow. So tonight is just us, and as we're going to also be celebrating Tu B'Av, which is today the 15th of the month of Av, like Tu B'Shvat is the 15th of the month of Shvat. Tu B'Av is also a holiday, it's our Jewish Valentine's Day, where in ancient times, women used to dress in white and go out into the field and search for a mate. So it's a happy kind of celebration of love, and so I'm gonna change the tune for L'Chadodi to be a little bit more festive, but we'll start with Shalom Aleichem on page 5. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 11. Lechu neranena l'Adonai, nariya litzor hishenu, nekarma fanav b'todah, bizmiro nariya lo, nekarma fanav b'todah, bizmiro nariya lo. Ki el gadol Adonai, umelech gadol al kol Elohim, asher b'yado mechirei haaretz, v'toafot harim lo, asher b'yado mechirei haaretz, v'toafot harim lo. Continue on page 12. Arba'im shana kut b'dor val marantoi levavhem, v'hem lo yadu d'rachai, asher nishbati v'hapi, im yavon al menuchati. Page 13. Shilanai shichada shilanai kol ha'arash. Continue at the triangle at page 14. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Hiram hayam, hiram hayam, hiram hayam, umalo. Hiram hayam, hiram hayam, hiram hayam, umalo. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz yalos alei v'chol asher bo. Az yiranenu kol atzeyar. Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz. Yishpot tevel b'tzedek. Ve'amin be'emunatom. We continue on page 21. Please rise if you're able. Nismor leDavid, havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, havu l'Adonai kavod va'os, havu l'Adonai kevod shemo, hishachavu l'Adonai v'hadrat kodesh. Kol Adonai al hamayim, el hakavod hirim, Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim. Shaver Adonai Edrzei Vayarkidem Kemo Egel Levanon Vesirion Kemo Ven Re'emim Kol Adonai Potev Lahavotesh Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh Kol Adonai Yecholel Ayalot Vayechesov Yeharot Uvehechalo Kulo Merkavod Kulo Omer Kavod Adonai lama buyashav, vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz v'yamo yitem, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. You may be seated. We continue with Lecha Dodi on page 23 with the first 3 verses and then jumping to 25. With the last 2 verses, so we're doing a new melody, or newer. This is a melody that can be sung to the 6th blessing in the 7 marriage blessings, because today is Tu B'Av, which is our Jewish day of love, or kind of like our Jewish Valentine's Day. So the 15th of the month of Av is today. So the melody goes like this. So we have a melody for the chorus and then a melody for the verse. The chorus goes like this. Lecha dodi likrat kala peni Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala peni Shabbat nekabla. Let's try that. Lecha dodi likrat kala Peri Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala Peri Shabbat nekabla. The verses on just the melody go like this. Yan la 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 yan la 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 yan la 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 yan la 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 yan la 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 yan la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala Peri Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala Peri Shabbat nekabla. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Yishmiyanu el hamyuchad, Adonai echad, Ushmo echad, L'shem ultiferet v'litilam, L'chadodi l'ikrat kala, Penei Shabbat, L'kabelam, L'chadodi l'ikrat kala, Penei Shabbat, L'kablam, L'ikrat Shabbat, Lechu v'nelcha, Ki mekor haberacha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabla. Mikdash melech ir melucha, kum yitzei mitocha hafecha, rav lach shevet be'emek habacha, vehu yachamol alaychem la, lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabla. Page 25. Yaminu small chief rotzi, Bet Adonai taritzi, Al Yarish ben Partzi, V'nismecha v'nagila. Please rise. Lecha dodi and face the entrance. Lecha d'gvola, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabla. Bo'im shalom ateret balam, Gam besimcha uv'tohola, Toch emunim hamsegula, Bo'ichala, Bo'ichala, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabla. You may be seated. We continue on page 27. Continue at the arrow on page 28. Tzadikata amar yifrach, ke'eres balvanum iskeshetulim, bebeit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu. O genuvun beseva, deshenim meradanim, iyu lehagin, ki ashar Adonai suri, velo avlatabo. service Kaddish is on page 30. Those mourning or observing Yahrzeit, or if it's your tradition to rise for Kaddish, please rise. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Ve'alma divra kirutei ve'amlich malchutei. V'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'amei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei kudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We continue with our service on page 39A or B. Please rise or remain standing. Baruch hu et Adonai hamivorach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. U'maver yom u'mevi layla u'mavdil ben yom u'ben layla Adonai Tzevaot Shemo El Chai V'kayam Tamidim L'chalenu Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Hamhari V'aravim. Continue on page 40, after which we will go straight into the recitation of the Shema and its paragraphs through page 42. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael amcha havta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu v'shochveinu uvkumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'lemitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki heim chayinu ve'orech yameinu ve'orech yameinu uvahem nege yomam v'layla yomam v'layla v'avatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavecha, v'chol nafshecha, v'chol me'odecha, ve'hayu hadvarim ha'elem. Asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinanta levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shitecha leveitecha uvlechtecha v'aderech u'shochvecha uvkumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letozafot beininecha u'chtavtam Al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. Adonai Elohechem Amen. We'll continue on to ourselves on page 43A or B. Dig up together on page 44. Malchuto b'ratzon kibalu aleihem Moshe u'Miriam u'bnei Yisrael echanu shira v'simcha rabba v'yamaru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osefele מלכותך ראו בניך בוקי הים לפני משה זה הביאנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי בלע אדוני את יעקב ובלעו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני ועל ישראל. Continue on page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Nahamidenu Malkeinu lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Nahamidenu Malkeinu lechaim. ושמור צאתנו ואוהבינו לחיים ולשלום יצווה עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Please rise, page 46. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש יקדש ויקדש שמי רבם ויאמר יברק ירצה וימליך מלכותה לך יכנו ויום אחד ובחיי לכל בית ישראל בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבא מברך לעולם לעולם ים. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. We continue with this silent Amidah for Shabbat on page 47 through 52, either in Hebrew, in English, or with the words of your own heart. If you have not finished davening the Amidah, please continue at your own pace. Otherwise, we continue on page 53 with the repetition of the themes of the Amidah. We rise or remain standing. ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק אלוהי יעקב אלוהי שרה אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא אל עליון קונה שמיים וארץ מגן אבות בדברו וחיי מתים במאמרו האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו המניח לעמו ליום שבת קודשו כי בם רצה להניח להם כי בם רצה להניח להם לפניו נעבוד ביראה ופחד ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד מעון הברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום מקדש השבת ומברך שביעי ומניח בקדושה לעמדוש לעונג זכר למעשה בראשית. Page 54. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו רצה ומנוחתנו קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך שבענו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך לטהר ליבנו לאהוב לך באמת והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך וינוחו וישראל מקדשי שמך ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. You may be seated unless it's your tradition to stand for Kaddish. יקרא ויקרא שמי רבה ויעמוד יברק וירצה וימליך מלכותי בחי יכול ומחנו חי לכל בית ישראל ועליו בזמן קריבים רבים יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם לעלמיה יברך וישתבח וידבר וישמור וינשא וידוד ולוי שמי קודשם בריחו לעילם מכל בחטא ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה זמירם בעמהם רבים תקבל תוצאות הון לכל ישראל כל דם והון וישמעיה ועם רבים יהי שלום רבה משמעיה וחיים עליהם ועל כל ישראל ועם רבים ועושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו Amen. You may be seated. Do we have any August birthdays here? Oh, 2. Okay, great. So, if you have an August birthday, please rise, say your name, what day of the month your birthday is or was, and if you wish, you may say how old you turned or turning, or you're welcome to obscure it in some way. So, Sharon, you go first. August 15th. Oh, very nice. Birthday, we got some birthday twins and Barbara and Carl also have birthdays on, Carl has birthday in August, and Barbara, both of you have birthdays in August, okay. Yeah, happy birthday. I can't understand what you're saying, but happy birthday in August to Barbara and Carl and to Margie and Sharon. And so I will say a special blessing and then we'll sing, and there's some kind of treats at Kiddush. So Misha Berach Avotinu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Imotinu Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah, who yivarech at Sharon and Margie and Carl and Barbara, Sheba'u Hayom Lichvod HaMakom V'Lichvod HaShabbat U'odot L'Shem Kodsho Al Kol HaChesed Asher U'Malam Miyom Hivaldam Ad Hayom Hazeh. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless everybody who came today, Sharon and Margie and Barbara and Carl, who have come today to honor God and Shabbat and to thank God for all the blessings God has bestowed upon them from the day of their birth until today. May God protect them from all disease and illness and bless them with a long life filled with good health and love. May God send blessing and success in all of their endeavors. And let us say Amen. Amen. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday. You guys can sit down. And so before we get to our Kiddush actually contains something in it that is partly mentioned in tomorrow's Torah portion, which is Va'et Chanan, and it's what I like to call a loaded portion because there's just a lot of famous things in it. We've got the Shema that we're reading at the very beginning of the Torah portion tomorrow. We have some famous lines, for example, from the Aleinu, and that are mentioned in the Simchat Torah service. We have the Ten Commandments. We have one of the versions of the Ten Commandments in tomorrow's Torah portion, even though we're not reading it. And you may or may not know that in the two versions of the Ten Commandments, one obviously in the book of Deuteronomy that we're reading tomorrow, and the other one in the book of Exodus, the fourth commandment, which is about Shabbat, is pretty much completely different in terms of the reason that they give for the Shabbat. First of all, the one in Exodus says, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. And the one in Deuteronomy says, observe the Sabbath day and keep it holy. The one in Exodus gives the reason why should you observe the Shabbat? Because God created the world in 6 days, and on the seventh day, God rested, so you should rest, and your household should rest, and your animals should rest, and your servants should rest, and everybody else, okay? And why is the reason in the book of Deuteronomy? Well, it's because God brought you out of the land of Egypt. You were slaves, and now you are free because God brought you out of the land of Egypt. And that's reflected in the words of the Kiddush. We say that Shabbat is both a zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, a remembrance of the works of creation, and zecher litziat mitzrayim, a remembrance of the exodus of Egypt. And it kind of tells me that Shabbat exemplifies that there's really more than one way to be holy, right? We think of Shabbat as a way to become holy, right? We want to keep it holy by observance and by remembrance, but both of these two aspects, the creation one is, what are we doing? We're trying to be like God, right? We're imitating God. God didn't work on the seventh day, so we're not working on the seventh day. But that kind of remembrance and observance of constantly trying to make yourself holy in that way, constantly trying to make yourself like God every single week, without the element of exodus from Egypt, who I'll explain, is difficult. It would be essentially like observing a Yom Kippur each week, because we think of Yom Kippur is called a Shabbat Shabbaton, a Shabbat, a day of complete rest. There's no element in Yom Kippur of like, right? It's all these rules. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to eat. You're not supposed to drink. You're not supposed to wear leather. You're not supposed to bathe, because you're trying to be like God, like the angels who don't eat or drink, right? So you're trying to ascend to this extra level of holiness on Yom Kippur. There's no element of delight, of like it being relaxed on your soul. But with the Exodus from Egypt, that's what brings that part in, that being able to say, I don't have to work today, I can relax today. And so we need both ways are important for Shabbat, for our Shabbat and the way that we observe Shabbat, which is unique. Lots of other religions have something like Yom Kippur, but they don't have this idea of a Shabbat where it's both. There's lots of things that we have to follow. We're not allowed to do this, we're not allowed to do this, but it's not just a day about restrictions. It's supposed to be a day. So our souls are supposed to be reinvigorated on Shabbat. So I hope that we can have a Shabbat this week where we can be reinvigorated too, so that we can experience just a taste of the Exodus from Egypt. Shabbat Shalom. And with that, we'll rise for Kiddush on page 55. Savri Chaverai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shavah kodsho v'yahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'maaseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim ve'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Okay, we remain standing for Aleinu on page 56 to 57. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol lateit gedula lioseh v'reshit shelo asanu k'koyei haratzot v'lo samanu k'mishpachot adamam shelo sam chalkeinu kahem v'goralenu kechol hamonam V'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu notei shamayim ve'yosed haaretz u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim yima'al u'shchinatu zo begovhei meromim hu Eloheinu Einod Emet Malkeinu Efes Zulato Kakatu V'Torato V'yadata hayom V'hashevota El levavecha Ki Adonai hu Elohim B'shamayim ima'al V'yal haaretz mitachat einod. כתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 58. Those mourning or observing Yahrzeit, or if it's your tradition to remain standing for Kaddish, please remain standing. This week we're observing the Yahrzeits of Helen Rosen Pollock, Estelle Sabbath, Stanley Goldstein, Lydia Gillette, Alan Reed, Rosalind Zisman, Frances Boder, Sharon Goodman, Alfred Saunders, Barry Scheinman, Robert Block, Ted Fishman, and Ann Kleiman. Page 58. Yit Gadal v'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divrach Yerutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. Ba'gala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'amei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shmeid kudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabbah min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. It's my pleasure to call upon Geraldine Payne, a membership chair, for announcements. You can just go. You don't have to come up.
I'm gonna come up. I'm here, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, it's good to see everyone. It's good to be here. Thank you to everyone who has joined us here in person and online. Thank you to Mary Ann and Frankie for setting up the ONEG tonight, which is sponsored by Beth Shalom. Community in Stitches meets again on Sunday, August 10th at 2 p.m. On Saturday, August 16th, we call Haley Free to the Torah as a bat mitzvah. Torah study with Rabbi Greenspan meets after the Kiddush. The Green Team announces its first Creation Care Work Day on Sunday, August 17th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We will be removing invasive plants, clearing out a concrete planter, and removing debris and trash from the property. Please bring water, and since we're working on overgrown areas, wearing long sleeve shirts, long pants, and a hat are strongly suggested. Contact Marianne Newkirk if you would like to volunteer. We are hosting our annual barbecue bash on August 24th, starting at 2 p.m. There will also be Thanksgiving pie tasting, a book giveaway, and the opening of our newly organized library. The holiday packet has been emailed to the congregation. If you didn't receive the email or need help, please contact the office. For more information, visit www.beth-shalom.net. And Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, thank you. Just a note, there was a correction that was made on today's email about services this week, but in terms of Yom Kippur services, just follow what's on your ticket. There was a mistake that said that Yom Kippur evening services were at 5:30 and they're at 6:15. So just follow what's on your ticket. I don't want you guys to come here at 5:30 and wait, because there's still quite a bit of time for you to be able to eat. So yes, so just follow your ticket times for the high holidays when you get them. And with that, we will conclude with Yigdal on page 62. Yigdal Elohim Chai Ve'yishabach Nimsa Ve'enet Al Metiuto Echad Ve'en Yachid Keichudo Ne'lam Negam Ein Sof Le'achduto Ein Lo Demut HaGuf Ve'eino Guf Lo Naruch Elav Kedushato Kan Mon L'chol Davar Asher Nivra Rishon v'Reshit leReshit Hino Adon Olam Bechol Notzar Yoreg Gedulato U'Malchuto Shefa Nevuato Netano Elan Shei Segulato V'Tifarto Come Israel, Moshe od Navi u'Nabi Tetzvuratom Torah temen Natan le'amoel Al yad Neviot neman beito Lo yachal lifael Velo yamir datom Le'olamim zulatot Sofer v'yodea Zitarenu, Mabilis of Davar, Mekadmato, Gomelish Chesed Kemifalo, Noten L'Rashara Kirishato, Yishlach L'Kitzamid Meshichenu, Lidom Mechakeket Yeshuato, Metim Yechayel, Berov Chaso, Baruch Adei Shem Tehilato Meitim Yechayel Berov Chasto Baruch Adei Shem Tehilato. Shabbat Shalom. Thanks to everybody in the room and on the Zoom.